welcome to mapping out the course. So, as I promised, I'm going to show you the mapped course on actual maps. So, as an ex-adventure racer, this is what we did all the time. We had to map out our courses as we were going to race them. So we were given specific checkpoints and we had to find them on the map, and then we had to decide what the best route was. So fortunately, I don't have to do that. I just need to, for my own sense of mind and security and knowledge, to put it on an actual map so that I know and I have an idea of where I am certain times, distances, things like that. So I want to take you on this route and show you what the map looks like. So basically, I took the GPS map and I bought a huge Kansas Atlas map, and my husband and I, so he helped me out, map it out onto the map. Now it's much different looking electronically to putting it out on paper and then actually looking at the satellite version so that you get like a kind of a feel of where you are and what you're going to be going through. There's quite a few creek crossings that we will have to either ride through or take our bikes or walk a bike through. And based on the weather out in Kansas, it's been raining pretty consistently for the last week. So those river crossings might be a little bit more challenging than we all think that they might be, depending on how small they were to begin with. So that's a consideration, just, like an FYI to go into your race. I would never go into a race of this magnitude and this distance without having the big picture. So let's take a look. All right, so let's first off, okay, so this is our map here. I've basically mapped all this out onto our physical map. But like you really have to go into the fine details when going through one of these things, because when you map it out, this looks very big, but let me tell you, it doesn't look very big. And entering private property, exiting private property. This is like leaving the 200 course. So it wraps around down here and then rejoining the 100K course. So this is like, it's mapped out around there. So this is kind of where we enter and we finish with 100K, provided you're at a good position there. You will see people. So coming up, Cottonwood is our stop, and I have written out kind of mapping of our distances. So 0 to 75 miles, 125K. So if you're looking at this, it's kind of easier to map it out. So I'm in Canada, right? I'm working with kilometers. So the first segment is 120 kilometers, then another 120, then 80, 60, 60. So if I kind of look at this and chunk it up into these smaller segments, we're looking at like 560 kilometers. I'm like, yeah, I've done all these distances. I know how I feel. Like, okay, there's the first half, last, and also knowing where they are. Okay, so this is your first little set of notes. I did start writing out some notes here because they do indicate where you can stop at stores. It is kind of important to know when they're open and when they're closed. So if you're looking at buying food, you can stop. I personally am going to be bringing enough food to cover the whole race. Um, but if I need to purchase, I will know where to find stuff. And also for water. Now, I'm bringing tablets to put into water. So there is multiple places where you can stop along the way, river crossings, lakes, rivers, that I can stop for water anytime. And so that I don't have to think about stopping at a store. I can literally fill up my water bottles and my bladder anytime. So that's a bonus and something to consider as a racer so that you're not relying on certain stores to get water. So right now the temperature and the weather is rain. Rain. I mean, people are posting it earlier this week, but really you're a week out, so you don't know what kind of weather you're going to get. Um, and so, but rain has been on the forecast and is happening currently, so we know we're going to be dealing with some mud. And based on where you are in the group. So my group is only 229 people, so that's not a whole lot of people on the course, which is kind of a good thing. But even if you're behind like 200 people, that is quite a few bikes tearing up the course in front of you. But if it's muddy, it's gonna be freaking muddy, so it doesn't matter. All right, let's take a look at the course. Put it together. I've ripped out the pages. I have um, taped it all together. So it's a pretty cool visual, if I do say so myself. Taking it from the nice little village there, and we have our course. That's mine, and these are taped. So I was like, oh my gosh, I started with yellow highlighter, and then I definitely do green because it was starting to come through. Okay, then up Cottonwood, like I said, the first 75 miles, 120 kilometers. I estimate I'll be there in 5, maybe 6 hours. I mean, this is going to be the freshest, right? Probably the fastest. So this, you know, um, making some good time. You know, the further you get down the course, the more tired you're going to get, right? Okay, so it's like these little jots that you don't. There's Cassie, that's not one of them. And you go, and Eldo is basically, um, you know, that one is at 150. So almost like halfway, kind of. Um, and so 240 kilometers. So I'm estimating I'll be there at 3 in the morning. So 12 hours I should be arriving there. That's my estimation. And I guess we'll just go from there, right? So look at all these little jogs, right? Up, down, down. And this one here, it was kind of, and this is a good thing because this was kind of, there's like a missing road in here. So I marked it off. There is a camp here. And then it goes up here and it kind of drops off and jogs. So I indicated that. Up to Reese, back down. There's your first creek crossing. Up, bridge out, walk your bike. Then Eureka. This is at 200 kilometers. Um, Eureka. And we join up with the 200 oh, we join up the 200 kilometer course. But Eureka over here is at 225. So that's the last of the longer stretches, 360 kilometers. Eureka. Okay, so now it gets funky. We gotta flip our map a couple times. Over here, there's another creek crossing right there. Look at that. Marshy area. Up to Neil. Up here, we have Hamilton, which was another stop right here. So Hamilton, that is 71 miles for 40 kilometers. So that was after 80. And now we got two stretches of 60, so another 120 to get back. So now it's like almost the home stretch, right? Back over here. So we got a little jog up here. This is where it comes across the 200 mile course, and joint says 100K course. And then you go over there down from Madison. Madison is the last. So we got 60K back home. Woo! Get the blinders on. We're heading to the barn, right? Just like horses. Back over to this map. Coming up. Boom. We got to go to the other end of town. And so we have to cross the highway and jog up, and right into the race finish. So there you go. Yeah, so next I will be putting it onto Strava so I can actually see the kilometers of some of these stretches, and I'm going to put it on this map. I'm going to carry this map, and I don't think I will kind of access it. However, if I ever need it, I will be able to look at it. I will make cheat notes, something, similar to this, something small that I can add, that I can carry with me, that I can easily access. I have my Garmin. I'm going to put it out download it onto Strava. And so if I can access it on my phone, just in case, so I can map things up, if I can go on to the map, how you check where you are on Strava. I'm not going to run Strava because it's going to kill my phone. But you can always do Google Maps to find out where you are. And if you have any suggestions for redundancy for maps, because I think it's super important, you can't just run there's nothing out here with signs. There's no signs. Maybe around some towns, but yeah. So what I am going to do when I get there is ride maybe like 10 kilometers out of town to see what the race start is going to look like. Because that's the most congested part, and you're fighting for position, not me. I will not be fighting for anything, but I do like to stay relatively, I don't want to drop off the back right away, because I know that the people that are in this race are pros. They've done it before. They're super, strong, and I'm just I'm just looking to finish. But I'll tell you something, friends. The race is never over until it's over. You know what I'm saying? So you can think somebody's going to win or something's going to happen, and something completely different happens. It's all about race prep. It's all about your gear, your bike, and mechanicals. So I've always said before, the last thing I want to take me out is a mechanical that I cannot fix. I'm really good at fixing mechanicals with my bike, and so I don't want to be taken out by anything. So just making sure my bike is like top notch. Like I've just checked off every the boxes. You can't you can overdo things, but just to make sure everything's good. And at the moment, I'm having issues with my tubeless tires, so I might just run tubes. Fuck it. So I'm going to be working on that today, like right after this video. And if I can't figure out, I have a friend coming over tomorrow to just double check my whole bike for me. Yeah, wish me luck. Follow this page, subscribe, because what I'll be doing is just videos like this, unedited and random, sharing with you things that I'm working on. Okay, so like I said, It's just me. I don't have time to edit these things, put out fancy pictures, but I want to share with you what I've been doing to get ready for this. And there's really some key things to prepping, and your maps are fun. So maps, food, bike, gear, sleep, nutrition, you know what I mean? So this was the maps part. Hope you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends. Anybody who has not been looking at their map, I'm going to share this with other people. So with that, have an amazing day, and don't forget to follow me on this journey. Take care, guys. Bye.